here. Her jaw's still hurting her a little bit, so she's not quite as talkative. That's why. And then you all know I go awkwardly silent when she's quiet.
Or if I look angry, it's because it hurts to smile. I mean, let them know what's going on here.
We have an awesome giveaway tonight. And if you haven't entered yet, please go and enter because you still have time. I think the giveaway actually officially ends at 7:25 p.m. Or if you haven't gotten your daily bonus in, the link is in the description of this video, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. So please, please go and enter because at 145,000 entries, this is by far our biggest giveaway amount of entries yet. And that's not 145,000 people. That is, you get multiple entries for completing multiple tasks. So as far as the number of entrants, we'll find that out here in a little bit. We're going to draw for the Wen, the Kreg. I think I got a few blades to give away and a Massca M2. So got some really, really good prizes for you guys. And I can't wait to give it to somebody. It's going to be awesome. Our live stream is brought to you by us, 731 Bullworks. Go check out our store, 731bullworks.com/store. We have easy to follow build plans to help you make awesome projects. Tonight's, what do you call it thing? Sawdust Spotlight goes out to Mr. Mark Dotson. This is posted on our Facebook community. If you're not a member there, come join us. Just search 731 Bullworking Community and you'll see it. The finished product, he says she still doesn't want it. It's a wishing well. I like that. It's a very good job. You can tell he put a lot of time and effort into that and a lot of good detail in there. So be sure to go check that out. Of course, we have, say, about 20 minutes before we actually start drawing the winners. So if you have woodworking questions or anything like that, you just type Q in the chat and then post your question. I'll try to answer as many as we can before we get there. Let's kind of use this as a Q&A time and then also the giveaway here in just a little bit. Now, I can see questions from Facebook or YouTube, so it doesn't matter where you're chatting from. Be sure and drop your state if you haven't already. That's what she's going to check those off. And since she can't talk very well, I'm going to read them off, hopefully.
He's going to try to read them for me tonight.
We'll see. We'll see.
See how that goes. So, those of you that have been checking on me are sending me messages. Give you a little update about what's been going on. And maybe explain why I look funny or sound funny, which I guess look a little bit more funny than usual. Went for what I thought was a regular checkup, and the reason we were gone last week, went for what we thought was going to be a regular dental checkup, and they found a problem and had to end up doing a tooth removal, which led to having part of my jawbone removed, which then led to my jaw being broken by accident. So I'm going back Monday and we're going to see what's going on there. So I'm right now trying to exist through all of that. So I have very limited use of I have very limited range of motion. So it's making talking difficult and eating difficult and pretty much life difficult right now. So
somebody asked a few minutes ago, what was a track saw? A track saw is literally, it's a plunge saw, or think of like a kind of like a circular saw that rides on a track. In other words, it's only going to go in one direction. It can't veer off of there. It's good for making good straight cuts and a few other things, but mostly that.
You think you're going to be able to handle doing this mostly on your own tonight?
Yeah, I got this. MP Sinclair says, will you review the upcoming Ryobi 18-volt track saw when it comes out? I don't know. I actually reached out to them and asked them if I could maybe get one for the channel to review, and they told me they don't want to work with me. So I don't know if I'll actually pay for it myself or not.
Oh, thank y'all so much for all the prayers. Y'all are so sweet.
Robert, I don't think Massca has a plug cutter. I'm pretty sure they don't. He wants to know if the Massca has a plug cutter for the Pocket OG.
Okay, so I don't know if you're going to be able to read through all this, so we'll see how you do tonight.
Mitch Madden says, any particular brand of chisel you suggest? Two Cherries are very good. Narex are very good. So you pick either one of those. They're both very good chisels. Work awesome. Last you a very long time. I mean, you can get a set of four or six. Either one of those, Narex or Two Cherries for 150-ish, maybe, give or take a little bit.
Thank you, Scruffy Santa. Got lots of people from Arkansas on here tonight.
Buddy wants to know when the lumber price is coming down.
We wish we knew.
Don't know. Long time. I know here a sheet of plywood was it $90 a sheet? We was looking. I got to redo my miter station. I've got to. I want to. And I was looking. I'm gonna need about 4 or 5 sheets, but the price of plywood is really high. I've kind of been like, I don't know if I really
I keep
want to.
thinking that they'll, if so many people have stopped building, you would think if people would stop building, but people haven't stopped. So that, if people would stop, but they're not going to. So
Mickey B says, do you offer the router organizer carbide 3D file? Yes, I do. It's on their website, 731woodworks.com/store. Just go check that out. You'll see it. I put it on there. It says, it's pretty obvious. I don't remember the exact title of it, but it's router organizer trays, CNC files, or something like that. I'm trying to read questions here.
I know they're moving kind of fast. Did you see the one from Oliver Linger? What's a good starter table saw?
Well, good if you can afford it. The new rigid table saw. It's the old. It's a Delta table saw, the 36725 T2. It's just orange now, but that's probably the one I would say go get that one if you can work up to that one. If not, look at 3x3 Customs. She just done a video on making fine furniture with a small table saw. The one she's using would be a good one as well. Nick says, what site do you get the most traffic for selling? It's probably YouTube, just because of the size of the audience. And then used to, before this YouTube channel took off, most traffic I was driving to my Etsy store come from Pinterest, of all places. I was able to get that up and going. I had like 1 million views a month coming from, or we got 1 million hits a month on Pinterest. That was driving thousands of views to my Etsy store. If you can learn how to work Pinterest, I don't even know if it still works that way or not. You kind of have to focus on which social media platform you're going for. And when YouTube started moving, that's where most of my attention went. I still do some Instagram and TikTok, stuff like that, but most focus goes to YouTube. So that's long story short.
So I want to see something really quick. You look for questions, and I'm going to ask a question. If you are from Alabama, I want you to drop your name in the chat. Just because I want to try something real quick.
What you going to try?
I'm just going to try something. Chubby Beaver Woodwork says, why are you wearing headphones tonight? Are you feeling better?
Psst, psst, psst.
So I had them on, but they were hurting my jaw because I'm hurting all through here. So I had to take them off.
So the headphones actually...
Yay, there is somebody from Alabama. Mikey B2D. Thank you, Mikey.
I see what you did. So the headphones actually help me hear how we sound. Basically it processes and comes back and I can hear it so that I know that it sounds okay. I'm not getting any feedback, stuff like that. So that's the purpose of the headphones.
If you are from Alaska or Arizona, drop your name in the chat. Because it's moving.
Messy Woodworking says, what are your thoughts on a bench top versus a full size? If you can afford and have the space for a full size, you won't be disappointed in that. They're just more stable. They'll just be better. As far as the bench top goes, I've got the 8-inch Wahuda, and it's been perfectly fine and acceptable for me. I've only run into a couple of times where I wish it was a little longer, and that's what a full size was going to get you, is a longer bed. And even though the Wahuda has those extended arms, once you get to a certain size, the weight of the board you're trying to edge joint or even face joint in some cases, it starts pulling on it as before it goes through the blade and after, and it just makes it harder to get that perfectly jointed edge. If you have a bigger one, obviously it'll make it easier.
Okay, now if you are Hawaii or Idaho or Kentucky, drop it in there.
I went to church camp one time. You know what they used to do?
What?
You said Hawaii and made me think of this.
Oh, Lord.
So when I went to church camp
thank you, Leo Dottier. Thank you.
If you, at the table when you were eating breakfast, lunch, or supper, if you put your elbows on the table, that was like some type of cardinal rule you violated, which I never understood.
Thank you, Cody Richardson.
I still to this day don't understand that rule. Anyway, if they caught your elbows on the table, you had to stand up and hula dance. And of course,
no, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
I want to see you hula dance.
Well, I can't. If I stand up, I'm out of frame here, and it's just maybe. We'll
don't make me smile. I told you it hurts when I smile. Oh my goodness.
Also, if you just a reminder, if you haven't entered to win the track saw, how do you win it? Well, there's a link in the description of this video. Go click that. It goes to gleam.io. You have about 15 minutes left to go enter that. You'll get multiple entries for completing multiple tasks. You have plenty of time to go enter. And I want everybody to have a chance to win. We're giving away a Wen Track Saw with 2 tracks, a Kreg Track Saw with 2 tracks, a couple of 3-4 blades, I think, and then also a Massca M2 pocket hole jig. So we got some really cool.
I still don't know about Idaho, and I need to know about Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska. I'm making it easier. You see what I'm doing here? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see if we can say all the states. Don't cough on me.
I got a tickle.
Goodness. Christopher says, my aunt used to chant the saying to us, Chris, kind and able, get your elbows off the table.
That's funny.
I like that. We got Minnesota in there from Ramblin' Woodworks. Thank you, Ramblin'.
I got a cough.
You got a cough? You got a tickle in your throat in here. Thank you, Joe DeRosa.
Yep.
Did we get Montana in there?
Virtual fist bump if you hula dance. All right, fine.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
That's what they make you do.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Y'all just made him hula dance. Okay, what is a moderately priced dial jig? Glenn Scrifus.
Rockler has one. I know. Right. I haven't used it, but Rockler does have one. A lot of people have said they like it, so may want to check that one out.
Mr. Lloyd. Let me make sure if I got Maine down. I did get Maine, Mr. Lloyd.
Camel K says, can you buy a track for a regular circular saw? I don't know that there's actually a track for the saw. Craig makes a rip cut and an Accu-Cut that attaches to the circular saw. I used the rip cut for years to cut up to 2 feet with a circular saw. It attaches to any circular saw. It works really well. You can also build your own. There's several videos on YouTube on how to build a track saw out of your circular saw. So you can check that out too.
Okay, I need to know about New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, South Dakota, and Vermont.
Chris Brown says, are you still happy with a tabletop Wen drill press, or would you recommend a different tabletop drill press? I'm happy with the Wen as far as the size. It's the tabletop size. It's a little underpowered. When I use the belt dressing on it, it gives it a little more grip, so it actually doesn't spin too much or not drill. You know, I kind of hang up. It does better once you start putting that belt dressing on there. But it's been very, very, very good for me. I have no issues with it. The only thing I would
Trevor.
Need another one for at some point, if I got a floor model, would just be to have some more room up there to make longer drills. But other than that, I mean, it works fine.
Look, they are killing it on these states. They're killing it in here.
Good.
They even said that I forgot the state of confusion.
Tim Blue, did you buy the motor and fan upgrade for the Delta table saw? I've heard the saw has notorious motor issues. I got the original 36725 and had it for 4 years and never had any issues with it. It was perfectly fine, and as far as I know, the guy I gave it to is still using it to this day, and it is just a good all-around saw. Now, the T2 I never dealt with, and I don't really know much about it other than I thought it was very similar, almost exactly the same. I think they may have changed the motor or something else. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
We have a question. Do we have a Discord?
We do have a Discord. I don't have the link. I tell you what, I posted on the YouTube community tab. If you go to this channel's community tab and scroll down last week or maybe early this week. No, it was late last week. There's a link directly to it. You can go join up if you're interested in that.
Thank you, Kyle, for letting me know about Montana. Somebody wants to know what a Discord is.
Discord's, if you're old like me, you remember forums. I used to be huge into radio scanners, and there was a radioreference.com. It's just a huge forum, and I spent hours a day on there talking about radio scanners and that sort of thing. So it's very similar to that. Everything's broke out into sections. We're always adding new sections as people suggest them. And you can go in there and go to a topic, say CNC or wood turning, or we have a classified section there if you want to buy, sell, or trade at your own risk. I have nothing to do with
Jamie.
But little sections like that to kind of break the topics down. So like Facebook, you you post and somebody may or may not see that thing, and it may show to 15 people. Where Discord is when you post a topic or a comment on, hey, what's the best table saw in the tools section, you get people to comment and reply back and forth. This is kind of just a better way to communicate.
Okay, so I have a question.
All right.
Hold on, let me double check.
It's Kazakhstan.
No, do we have Rhode Island in here? If we have Rhode Island in here, we will have all the states. But we have to have Rhode Island for it to be. Everybody asks every week, do we have all the states in here this week?
Well, Rhode Island is kind of small. So.
If Rhode Island is in here, but we have Rhode Island almost every week.
Me, myself, and Irene.
Yeah, if Rhode Island is in here this week, then we'll have everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're Rhode Island, it's so hard to talk. I want to know if Rhode Island's in there.
Almir, bandsaw you suggest for ripping up to 12 inches. I've got the... What is that thing? I can't remember the model number. It's a Rikon model that'll do 13
They're
inches.
pretending to be from Rhode Island.
13 inches is what I think that one is. That's funny.
They're like, I'm a few minutes from Rhode Island. I can pretend to be. Seriously, anybody from Rhode Island in here tonight? Come on.
There's East Providence. Is that close?
Let me contact my friend and have her come by. She's in Rhode Island. Harp Novice, or is it Harp Novice 2? Are you really Rhode Island? She says hello from Rhode Island. Dr. Ping says I'm from Rhode Island.
Well, there you go.
Are y'all really Rhode Island?
Well, how do you know the last person that commented that was from
I'm
Georgia?
I'm gonna write it down because several of you are saying it. So if that's the truth, then look. Then you can say those plus those and the state of confusion.
Yep. So we got 726 people on here right now. If you haven't entered the contest, you have about 7 or 8 minutes left. And there's a link in the description to go enter that contest at gleam.io. I'm just curious. Let me jump over here and see how many people we have in, how many entries, not how many people. 150,069 entries, total entries. That is a bunch of entries. You guys are rocking.
I'm nervous when we do.
I know, I do too. It's so exciting.
It is.
It is awesome.
It is. To me, it's more exciting to be on this side of it than that side. Like, I get so excited. I always want to know that. It's exciting. We have all states riffers in it, Steph. I know. I'm excited too. And I can't smile. Like, I want to really bad. And this is the most I can do. And this hurts. But, like, smile real big for me, Stephanie, because I can't do it. So, Mo, I need you to come in here and, like, get really excited for me because I can't do it. But
Kenneth Bentley wants to know what my thoughts are on a radial arm saw. I've never used one of those, so I'm not real sure. You always hear horror stories on those, but I've also heard a lot of people love those things. So.
How do you enter on Facebook? Somebody wants to know. David Woolston wants to know.
Well, there's a link there, too, on Facebook. I don't know how. I'm not watching on the Facebook Live or on the mobile, so I'm not exactly sure. But in the under the video, there should be a description there under the post where this video went live. Or you can go to my Instagram, just instagram.com/731woodworks and click the link in the bio. You'll see it says like a little fingers pointing at it. Click that, and the very top link will be the link to the giveaway.
Jason, you have such a good mom. Miss Ann said she would smile for me. She said, we will smile for you. It's so funny because all my students are like, nobody make Miss Outlaw smile. It hurts for her to smile. Nobody make her smile.
Low Fat Logan wants to know what we ate for dinner. Waffles and bacon.
Waffles and bacon because waffles is soft. The bacon was really hard to eat, and I eat my bacon soft, but it was really hard to eat, but it was really good. I was trying real hard. But I almost picked my waffle up and ate it like a baby because it was really hard to get it off the fork. It's really hard.
Rob Brandon said, what's the 731 mean? 731 is our anniversary, July 31st. Mm-hmm. That's how we come up with it.
Jason said, it's true, but she's got even better son. Miss Ann, did you raise him right?
That's funny.
Ramlin wants to know if you still sell tumblers.
No, we're fresh out of those. We did one round.
Limited,
it was a limited edition, 50 of those.
Run.
And that's just one of our stickers on a Yeti.
Almer, I love filet mignon.
Filet mignon.
Don't know if I could eat it right now. It is soft, though, the way I cook it, too. I cook it medium, and it is really, really soft. Oh, Chris Monk is on here. He's in Rhode Island too.
You.
Baked potatoes with cheese. PJ.
Daniel Merrill says, what are your preferred type of clamps? Parallel clamps, Bessie, Revos. Can't get much better than that.
I hear that. That music's loud this time.
I barely hear no music.
Terry's honest. He says, I only want me to win. At least you're being very honest, Terry. That's hilarious.
Job Monkey says, do you recommend a miter saw or a bandsaw? Well, I mean, it just depends on what kind of work you're doing. I personally got the miter saw first, and was just recently got a bigger bandsaw. I've still got the bench top bandsaw, but.
Joshua Patton wants to know, where did we get our stickers made?
Sticker Mule for the most part. We just tried U-Print. Was that the name of it?
U-Printing.
U-Printing. We did some labels for our board butter, which
those turned out great.
Yeah, they did all right. But the stickers come out wampajawed. So.
Yeah, the stickers, we're gonna send them out. We didn't get a refund on them because I kind of felt bad because we got the stickers and I didn't want to send them back, but we did contact them and they're going to send us like half an order just to try them, but they shifted them all. Yeah, they shifted them all to one side. So if you get one of our stickers and you see that, we still paid for them, but
you got $1,000.
Yeah. And so I felt really bad because
Sticker Mules never steered me wrong. They're a little higher though.
So I don't think I'm going to go through U-Printing for our stickers again. But as long as they do those labels good for our...
You can also try Rockin' Monkey. I've got stickers from them as well.
But U-Printing was a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper.
Road Woodworks says, hey, Matt, have your thoughts on a Grizzly dual spindle dowel joiner? I've never used it, so I'm not really sure. I have seen it, so it may be interesting, something to pick up later, just to give it a go.
No, Rich, the winners do not have to cover shipping.
No, I got you. No, we got you. Matter of fact, we'll talk about that when we get ready to give it away, but here in just a few minutes. And the shipping will actually take place. We'll package it up this weekend. I've got everything here. We'll package everything up this weekend and get it out first thing Monday morning. So by the end of next week, the winner should have their prizes.
JD, when is the drawing for the saw?
It's coming up. It's coming up soon, less than 10 minutes away.
Jeff Allred says, how about doing a hinge video? A daunting task, hundreds to choose from.
He found no hinges. He built a box. Kind of like ours, but fancier. You seen it?
No.
I'll show you a picture of it.
Thank you, Goodsman's Woodworking.
If I missed your question, just drop another question.
Gunslinger says, already do the giveaway. No, we've not done it yet.
Not yet, but it's coming up soon.
They're hoping to. They're putting in clovers. Some people put in clovers for good luck. That's hilarious. A 4-leaf clover. Marion Dorset says, if I don't win the Craig or win, can I have your Festool?
Well, I appreciate you asking, but
there's no crime in asking.
I'm gonna hang on that one.
Yeah. Dyson says, how many entries are there? Ooh, that hurt.
Right now there are
150,000. Is that what you just said?
151,238. And there's 2 minutes left to enter. If you haven't entered, link in my Instagram bio, or if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description. You can go check it out. 118 seconds left, 116 seconds left. It's counting down, so you got just a few seconds left to get your entry into that. And
look at all those 4-leaf clovers that 4, 3, 2, 1 just dropped in there.
Hey, those are really nice saws. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you win the Wen or the Kreg. You're not going to be disappointed with them. You'll enjoy having a track saw. If you've never had a track saw, they're game changers for woodworking, because especially on sheet good breaking down, if you don't have a table saw, or if, like me, you've always kind of been limited on the ripping capacity, or just trying to wrestle a big old sheet of plywood up there to cut it, sometimes is more than... Thank you, Scruffy. It's more than you can handle.
He's made me smile and it hurts. Come on, Scruffy. Scruffy Santa. He says, trying to buy some prizes. Kidding. Thanks for keeping us all motivated. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Jacob, no pineapple for me. But I think he likes pineapple on pizza. Don't you?
Who?
You.
I've never had it. Well, I've had it on chicken, not pizza.
Oh, that's right. You order it from the pizza place. on chicken, yeah. Dyson says, do you have any tips for a beginning woodworker? Lots of them. Check out our channel.
Yeah, man. Just search on YouTube, search 731 beginner tips, and there'll be a few videos pop up for
Check them out. Lots of them on there, Dyson.
Rick Enoch
I like your name
says,
too, Dyson.
do you honestly believe without the dust collector that the Festool sander is worth it? Is it worth it? I mean, that's going to be subjective, right? Because something that's worth it to me is not going to be worth it to you. I think that they're extremely nice tools. Festool tools are nicer than some of the ones I've ever used. The vibration's not as much. How much are you sanding? If you're sanding a ton, you'll see a lot of difference. Your hand won't be as numb. It won't be stingy and vibrating. If you're only sanding here or there, then it's really not that.
Thank you, PJ, so much.
I got to take a drink.
I'm going to use it for a tea, one of my nutrition teas. Oh, thank you, Josh Smith. Says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Thank you.
Are you on Rumble? I have a Rumble account. I've posted like 1 or 2 videos there, I think, a long time ago. I just began. It goes back to focusing on what you're putting out, and it's YouTube mostly. Thank you, Gunslinger.
Okay, Randy George has a question. Would you like a homemade clamp to review from New Hampshire? 1776 custom woodworking.
That'd be cool, man.
Super cool, Randy George.
All right, the contest has ended, so we ended up with 151.
Randy, that'd be cool. Message us.
Yep. Let's see. I can show this part. Let's see this time. So there it is. We ended up with 151,683 total entries. That doesn't mean there's 151,000 people. That just means that everybody who completed all their tasks got multiple entries, of course, and it added up to 151,683. So that's the official largest number of entries on a giveaway yet. And we're going to give it away at the magic number 731. That's when the drawing is going to happen. So you got a few more minutes before that happens. And good luck to everybody. It's going to be awesome.
You can give our shout outs.
Yeah.
You can cheat and just say all of them plus those.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Squeaky pen.
Excuse you.
No.
All right, so this is where everybody's from tonight. Alabama all the way through Wyoming, and that's all 50 states. So if your state is between those, you're here. Wow. Also, the Philippines, England, and Canada, eh?
Somebody said they were from Mars.
And Mars.
Look,
you got there before Elon did, so congratulations.
I'm just saying. They put it on there, so I don't want to count them out. Because if somebody thinks they're living in Mars, who am I to say that they're not?
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
You know?
You could be.
I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not judging. I live in a state of confusion, too, just like somebody else on here does. Who's going to win it? South Kakalaki?
South Kakalaki.
Ron Cox is from...
That's a good name.
Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad to smile.
Well, don't smile.
That one got me.
It's Kalakalaki.
Oh, holy cow, that hurts.
South Kalaka. What'd you say it was?
Ron, that hurt. That hurt bad, Ron. How'd you do that to me? How you gonna do that to me? I don't know how you gonna do that to me. That was great. Jeez. Mars, Pennsylvania.
Uncle Jim, the tank, he says he bought the old crosscut plans. Can he get the new ones? Yep. Just like I said in my crosscut video, just send me an email, use the contact form on the website. Tell me where you got the plan at. I've got several different places we sell plans, but just let me know and I'll get them to you. It's not a big deal.
That is hilarious. Oh, St. Lucia is in here too. See?
Spindle sander.
Low fat said, woo, I'm in one of those states.
Mr. Jim, on the spindle sander, I've got the rigid oscillating spindle sander, which also has the belt sanding attachment too. The thing is awesome. I think it's like $260 or something. I think 4321 Woodworks got his on, where was that at? Something direct factory outlet for $170. He said it looks like brand spanking new.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ishmael.
Padilla. I like that name. Padilla. Steve's Wooden Treasure says, I came in late. What's up with your jaw?
She had dental surgery
Uh-huh.
last week and still having complications from it.
Yes. My jaw's broke.
Yeah. Okay, one more minute. Direct Tools Outlet was the name of that place where we got the spindle center from.
Aw, thank you, Great Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa.
We missed y'all too last week. Last week, I could not speak. And if you can't tell, my speech is still, like, really bad. And when you teach 7th and 8th grade, and you can't yell very loud and you can't really talk a long time, after first and second period's over, you really can't do a whole lot. Man, it's rough. It's, oof. It's really rough. Hey, you know what time it is?
Giveaway time. Y'all ready to give some tools away?
I can't smile.
You
All
can't.
right.
Oh, wait.
Let's do it.
You're not going to smile?
I can't. I'm trying. I'm smiling inside.
All right. Well,
My
this
heart is
giveaway
smiling.
is brought to you by 731 Bourse. That's .com/store. So go check us out. We got some easy to follow bill plans there for you to help you make some
do it.
awesome projects. Let's give something away.
Come on, Stephen. He
So-
said lucky kids.
All right.
Rude.
So this is how we have to do it because it's on gleam.io. When I click draw a winner, it's going to show me their email address and some other personal info. So I can't show it on screen. But after the winners are drawn, they'll all be displayed on. I'll show them to you.
Hey, your super chat noise is not working.
Let's find out. Ready?
Let's do it. Let's see who's going to win.
I like to
this.
draw them one at a time. It's how we do. It's how we roll. That way, it
Mhm.
kind of drags it out and makes it more exciting. So we'll start with the lesser monetary things, and we'll go all the way to the top.
What's the first one?
The Diablo 12-inch, 96-inch or 96-tooth blade. So this is for one of the Diablo blades. Ready? And all the winners will be notified by me through email. So Max Walker won the Diablo blade. He's from Fort Bragg, California.
California.
Congrats, Max.
Congratulations, Max.
6 prizes
It's not
remaining.
over yet, Gene.
6 prizes remaining. Still got 6 left.
It's not over yet, Gene. Gene Blair says I never win anything.
Well,
It's not
hang in
over
there.
yet.
You might yet win.
It's not over yet.
All right. So
What's the
this
next
is
one?
for a Spyder 12-inch blade, a 40-tooth, and a 60-tooth. Ready? Ready?
Mhm.
Ready? All right. You just hit the draw button. And Kevin Brown, he's from Waldorf, Maryland, and just won
Brown.
the Spyder blades.
Spider blade sounds cool. Is it popping up? Is it going to pop up? On our screen?
I'll show it at the end. Remember, it shows everybody's information on here. All right. So there's 2 blades, a 40 and a 60 tooth. We'll give 40 tooth to the last winner, and the 60 tooth will go to this winner on the Spyder blade.
40 tooth. And then the 60 tooth.
Cindy Hammock, Miss
Oh,
Cindy,
hey, Miss Cindy.
Longmont, Colorado. She won a Spyder blade. It's one of our regulars. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Congratulations.
Hold on. You're going kind of.
Huh?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Finish Max sprayer. That's next.
The sprayer.
Yep. Finish Max is a good sprayer, y'all. You ready?
Yep.
Drawing for the Finish Max. Julie Cohen from Valley Stream, New York, won the Finish Max sprayer.
Congratulations, Julie.
All right. We got 3 prizes remaining, the pocket hole jig and the 2 track saws. We'll give away the Massca now. Massca M2 pocket hole jig.
Hold on. M2 pocket hole jig.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Drawing for the Massca. Jeremy Stanley from Columbus, Ohio, won the Massca pocket hole jig. Now, last 2.
Hold on.
I am
Jeremy
going
from
slow.
where?
I don't remember now. Columbus, Ohio. All right, the Wen Track Saw with 2 tracks. The Wen Track Saw with 2 tracks. This is the one everybody's been waiting on, these 2 track saws. So I wish we could give every single one of you one.
Tell me what button to push.
Just click the draw.
You gonna do that. Ready?
Let me read it to you.
Nope. Will Broadman.
Will Broadman from Savannah, Georgia. He got it off of a loyalty bonus. It's how, because it tells us how you won it. He got that off a loyalty bonus, meaning he's entered before on a different contest. So
where's he from?
He's from Savannah, Georgia.
Georgia.
He got Georgia on his mind.
Well, congratulations, Will.
All right. Last one. The Kreg. Now the Kreg comes with the 2 tracks, the connector bars. Of course, the Wen has a connector bars too. But the Kreg also has a few extra accessories. If you saw the Kreg Track Saw review that I did, all those accessories that were in there, the edge, the parallel guides, all that stuff will come with the Kreg, with the carry bag, the whole 9 yards. A really nice little setup for you. And I think you're really going to love it. Who's ready? Anybody ready? I'm ready. Just wait till the end, like 8 o'clock or so.
I think we should just wait.
Everybody's like, you jerk. Come on, draw it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are y'all ready?
Y'all ready? Do it. Do it.
I don't know. I think the likes need to be at 400 before we do the last draw.
How many we got?
320.
Oh,
There's 884 people on here. I think we can do that.
Yep.
Let's talk about something else.
I think you're right.
We'll do that last draw when it gets up to 400. Oh, look at it. It just popped up to 343.
Oh, we get there. We'll get there in just a second.
It just went to 371. Well, that was fast.
Yep.
Y'all are just, well, look, we're over 400 now.
Oh,
Ready?
wow. That was fast.
Ready?
Yep. Come
Y'all
on.
did that fast.
Good luck. She hit the draw.
Who is it going to be? Where's it show it? Oh, you got to scroll down. I don't know how to say that, so I'm going to let you say that.
Aaron Sylvanison from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Because I don't know how to say that.
Arun. A-R-U-N.
You ran?
Well, I did.
You run where?
About half. It's 2 miles, but that's all right.
Somebody said make it 600 before we. Look, it jumped all the way up to
awesome.
almost 600.
That's awesome.
That's
I love
cool.
giving stuff away.
I do too.
I wish we could do this every week.
I would totally give stuff away every single week if we could. Gosh.
That is so awesome.
I love doing
Congratulations to all you winners. Again, we will ship everything out. It'll be packaged up this weekend and ship out Monday, so you should have it by the end of the week next week.
We'll get everything packaged up. We're getting ready to start sending some little surprises with everything we ship out, just in general.
With all of our orders from our store.
With all of our orders and stuff. So we're hoping to get all that started real soon.
Very soon. Now, if you have any questions left, we'll be happy to answer them for you if I can. And listen, there's going to be, so if you didn't win this giveaway, don't worry. We've got some cool ones coming up.
Yep.
So if you've, don't say, I didn't win. I'll never win anything. You never know. So keep hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified. But we got some really cool giveaways coming up. One that's going to be bigger than this one, I think. And I know it will be as far as the prize goes. So stay tuned. And we have some smaller things to give away here and there. And we got 300,000. We're creeping up on 300,000 subs. So when we hit that, we're going to do a really big giveaway. Have tons of prizes. And so it'll be cool.
Yep.
Robert Clark says, what type of CA glue do you recommend? I like Starbond CA glue. That's what I use. I'm an affiliate for them, but I've used them way before they ever knew my name. And I've been using them for a long time.
Brian, you're so smart. He said next time ask for 731 likes before the drawing. You're so smart, Brian. That's hilarious. That is funny. Somebody said, Kevin said, I don't ever win anything. There's still hope, though. There is still hope. See, I'm that way. I never win anything. I can be in 1,000 drawings and never win anything.
I've won several things over the years.
Mo can get in. She can put one drawing in 1,000,000 things and win it. And she can be 1 in 1,000,000 is what I mean, and win it. Like she wins drawings all the time, and I'm the one that's like.
Back when I first got into woodworking, all the contests on Instagram used to be the thing. Like, it was hundreds of them all the time. and I entered every single one I could find. And I wound up winning a few of those in July of one year. I don't remember, like 2017, maybe the first year I was in it. I started winning things, and I thought I was on top of the world.
Tree Forge. Let's see. Is there any reason my pocket screw heads catch on the lip of the hole, unlike how yours sink in? Tree Forge wants to know.
What jig are you using? Are you using a Massca jig? It shouldn't hang. It shouldn't hang at all. Somebody just asked a question. Oh, Craig, who is a Craig winner? A-Run out of Pennsylvania is his name. A-R-U-N.
A-R-U-N.
He won the Kreg Track Saw.
We can't pronounce the last name. It was really long. Start with an S. S-E-L-V-A-N-E-S-A-N.
Mr. Andrew, working the grain hardwoods out of Bentonville, Arkansas, WTGHardwoods.com, usually gets in. I didn't ask him on this one because he's given several other packages before, but he usually gives us some lumber to give away for giveaways. But for the 300,000, we'll probably ask him again.
Local, I don't know if our local would be willing to do that. I don't think they would.
Any recommendations on a work shed? I'm too new to try building it myself. A lot of people just use, I started out in our little, what do you call that, portable building in the back. It's made out of wood. I think it's about 20 feet long. Is it that long? Maybe 20 by 12, something like that. A lot of people work out of those. So you could definitely do that. George Ader says, curious on this. I see all these people posting and it shows their company name. How does that happen? They just name their YouTube channel or whatever. You can go in and change the name of your channel to, or the name that shows.
Can't you change? Let's see. How can you change? I think you just go up to your little icon and you can manage your Google account. You can change your names. Yeah, somewhere in your settings in there. Well, you can change your name to be anything you want in there.
Mary Man says, you ever had any Wampa Jaw 2x4s? How about you?
So I said, is Ron Norris, is a track saw really more handy than a table saw?
Yes and no. I mean, so a track saw, like if you can picture a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood is not light, and the older you get, the heavier and harder they are to move around. And so having a track saw helps you break that down a lot easier. Like today, I broke down a sheet of MDF in like a minute and a half, maybe total. I made 3 cuts, boom, 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 and I was able to get all pieces 30 inches wide exactly, and then put them on the CNC to make things with. So it just makes everything faster. Also, if you can picture, if you make a giant table, I say giant, 7 or 8 foot long, you can set the track saw right on the edge and turn it on a 45 and cut a chamfer on the bottom of it, where you would have a very difficult time doing that, a finished tabletop or close to finished tabletop with a table saw. So, I mean, there's a lot of uses for that thing that you can't or will be very, very difficult to do on a table saw.
Josh Patton says that he's got a praise. He posted his first short. Everyone has to start somewhere. Thank you for the inspiration.
Good job, man.
Awesome, Josh.
That's awesome.
Josh Patton Custom Works. Joshua Patton Custom Works is the name of it. So that's cool. So glad that you did that, Josh.
Yep. Proverbs House says, how do you determine the number of drawers in an opening in space? That just really just depends on how many drawers you want. I mean, if it's a giant hole and you want 2 or 3 drawers, then you just figure out, how many you want in there.
Sometimes that's trial and error. Because we've had to go back and kind of change that.
You tweak it.
We've had to tweak that because we didn't, we misfigured it the first time. I mean, we're not perfect, obviously. But we thought we've had enough spacing for one thing before and come back and been like, oh crap, we thought we had enough space for 3 drawers here, but we only have enough space for 2. Otherwise, it's going to be really short because we didn't adjust for the fact that our drawer facing was going to need to be bigger than the actual drawer. There's so many things you have to take into consideration that sometimes you don't even think about.
Tom says, can a Craig Accu-Cut Get Me by without a track saw? Yes, I got by without one for years. I mean, a track saw is not one of those things that you just have to have for most people. It's one of those things that's extremely nice to have. It's a convenience more than a mandatory tool. Low Fat Logan says, how do you get through the anxiety of having your first real customer? Man, there's only one way to do it: rip the Band-Aid off. It's really the only thing you can do. I remember my first sale. I was nervous that the piece wasn't going to last, that I wasn't good enough to be selling things like those things. I think creep up on everybody. So just go for it.
413 Furniture Build says, what computer do you recommend for editing? I have a HP and it seems to lag. Yep.
MacBook Pro.
Yep.
M1 chip. Anything with an M1, you'll be good. Just use Final Cut. It runs extremely well on there. I had a Dell. I started actually editing on an iPhone, and then went to the iPad. Eventually saved enough money to buy a Dell XPS 15 or whatever, and it did okay for a little bit. But once you start adding music and titles and things like that, it just starts lagging so bad you can't use it. It's now the CNC computer, and I bought this M1 Mac a year and a few months ago.
We are live, Wilbur.
It's awesome.
We are hardcore MacBook people, though. We're all in on Apple.
Just for like editing 4K on this M1, which I just started using 4K videos in my regular videos, not the stream, but it's butter smooth. Like you have no hiccups, where the Dell was having problems with the 1080 video. So
we don't draw our plans, Ryan. We have
H2 Woodshop.
We have somebody that does that for us.
Mm-hmm.
H2 Woodshop does that for us.
They use he uses Google SketchUp though.
Yeah, we're all in on Mac though. Some people say, any PC, some say Mac, but we're Mac everything. At our school that I work at, we don't use Macs. We use other things. And at every school function we have to go to, I bring this to everything because I'm a Mac person. I use my school computer when I'm teaching, but for absolutely anything and everything else I do, I'm using this one for everything.
Lori says, what's the best and easiest wood to work with? Probably pine, because it's so forgiving. It's so soft. You can cut it with most anything. If you're going hardwoods, walnut's pretty easy to work with. It doesn't flake and chip and break like some of the harder, more denser woods.
See, it's funny because like Ken Sr. says, can't do Mac myself, get a good Windows with plenty of SSD storage. It's funny. Some people are so
everybody's got to,
that's the thing. It's going to be so subjective to what you like.
Mason says, do you ever do any hand tool only work? Not unless I have to. I mean, I like power tools, like
my gosh.
I've got some chisels and things like that, but to me, building something just using hand tools it doesn't interest me.
Greg Hernandez says, build a PC. Our oldest son,
he had one built.
He just had a PC built. He paid a lot more for it than a Mac is, but he had a PC built and he loves it. It's just to each their own. Mm-hmm. I don't think he doesn't have anything Mac other than his phone and his watch. He's not a Mac.
He's got an iPad.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, he's not hardcore Mac though, like we are. Like we're Mac everything. I think I am more than you.
Mm-hmm.
You're willing to buy other things, and I'm not. If it's not Mac, I don't want it. I'm all in on Mac.
Hey, all right, Charlie.
Thank you, David.
All of the Tree Woodcrafts was the hula dance, the power tip. It was.
Yep, that's a power tip.
Actually, the giveaway was the power tip.
McMath says, I only use hand tools at 4 a.m. so I don't wake up anyone upstairs. That's hilarious.
It works.
Mac doesn't allow you to upgrade RAM, but you can get a chip and do a dual system.
Mm-hmm.
Cullen says, I missed the first part of the stream. Are you going to post on the Discord who the winners were? And thank you so much for all you do. The winners were Max Walker, Kevin Brown, Miss Cindy won, Julie Cohen, Jeremy Stanley, Will Broadman, and then Aaron. I don't know his last name.
They're all announced on the giveaway page too, so you can go and check those out. We had 151,683 entries.
Mason,
7 winners.
We do. We have the smart boards. Actually, what's cool, when I first started, they put a brand new smart board in my classroom that was it's a touch screen that works with my whiteboard. So they installed it on my ceiling, and it's an interactive smart board, but it sort of had a little bit of a bug, or it's got kind of a few bugs because it was the first one they had installed, and it was kind of like a little test run with it. So it's a little buggy, just a little, but it's actually pretty cool because it hooks through my computer, and I can pull it up and I can scroll with my hand on the board. So I could project it directly onto my whiteboard, and I can control my computer by hand by touching my whiteboard, and it's super cool. And now they have it in some of the other rooms too, also, and it's pretty cool. But we don't have them in every classroom yet, but they're really cool. But we do have those.
Mm-hmm.
Our school we have a really good school. We don't have, I guess, all the latest equipment, all that in every room or anything, but I feel like our school is pretty cool. I think our school does a really good job of keeping all that kind of stuff up.
Thank you, Yellowhammer.
Thank you, X-Ridge 3X.
Michael Moore says, any videos planned for the new Craig accessories? I haven't gotten any. I saw the video on the bench cookies. Those looked interesting. The other stuff I haven't actually even looked at, so I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, those 5 Tools series videos do well, and always needing new stuff to go in there. So
we have a question from Mackenzie McLean. Who is your favorite coworker? So if you're asking me, my favorite coworker is the 8th grade math teacher at our school. She's short, but she's my favorite coworker.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite coworker? Charlie, Coda, or Mia?
Yes. Mike Adams says, when you first start shipping
Thank
builds,
you, Stephanie.
when giving an estimate, how do you know what price the piece covers shipping before it's complete and ready to send out? So if it's a smaller item, I don't ship large freight type item, but if it's a smaller item that USPS will ship, you can go to their website and calculate a shipping cost. And that's what I would always do. Measure about what size the box is going to be, give or take, after it's all packaged. You can weigh it and then add a pound for packaging, which is always less than a pound in packaging. And then it'll give you the estimate.
Randy George wants to know where to send the parallel clamp to. Randy, our address is P.O. Box 731, Monticello, Arkansas, 71657. It hurts to talk.
P.O. Box 731.
Hurts so bad.
Yellowhammer uses pirate shipping. We use Shippo. They do the same thing. So, any plans to build a concealed shelf or table? Maybe. I don't know. Nothing immediate, but maybe.
There's a few things I want to build. There's a few things I have in mind that I want us to do. The problem is we never seem to have time to get anything done. Everything always gets in the way of
We've been
everything.
working on this backdrop for 2.5 weeks. You see, we took everything down, and then the backdrop's not there yet. It's laying in the floor.
Can you make a video on how to use a jointer?
Yeah, probably could.
Ancient Tom. Oh, thank you, McMath. Says, thank you for your generosity in this giveaway and for everything else you do. Here's a little bit for shipping. Oh, God bless.
Appreciate that.
That's so kind. Ancient Tom says, I am Linux all the way. I'm not at Linux, but I love that name. That was I like that name so much that I put it in our dog's name, our big poodle that passed away, because I liked the name.
Kenneth Bailey says, how'd you get your anniversary as your P.O. box? Actually, what happened was I go to the P.O. box because before I had our physical address and we had random people show up here. So we went to the post office, or I went to the post office box and said, hey, I need a P.O. box. And he's like, okay. I was like, fill out the form. They gave me a number. Come back home, and it was on a Tuesday. And on the members only stream, they're like, dude, why didn't you just ask them for 731? And I'm like, I never thought of it. So the next day I go back and say, hey, can I trade this box for box number 731? And they're like, well, let me see if it's open. Click, click, click. Yeah, it's open. It'll cost you another $10 a year or whatever it was. I was like, okay. And so that's how we got it. No magic formula there. Just ask for it, basically. Do you have chickens? No. We don't have chickens or guineas or None of that stuff.
Did they ask if we had any?
Yeah.
If we have any chickens? No.
Mason says, do you have a pickup truck? Yep. I got a Ford F-150 2010 model.
No, we don't have any type of farm animals, though. No. No. Oh, Moses, but we want fainting goats.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
His father-in-law raises goats.
My dad.
I mean, my father-in-law, his dad. I'm hurting so bad. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh.
Make sure I missed any questions here. Yard pimps. That's funny.
What?
Somebody said no yard pimps.
Yard pimps?
Chickens.
So one of my students was in class today, and she said, Miss Outlaw, can I please get my phone out and show you something? I was like, what are you wanting to show me? She said, I have got to show you all of our chickens. Because in South Arkansas, that's what you hear. And I'm like, okay, fine. Show me your chickens. Y'all, these were really fancy looking chickens.
That's hilarious.
These chickens look like they dress better than I do. I mean, they were really fancy looking chickens. I'm like, they didn't have clothes on, but they looked like their hair was in the shape of a tux. I mean, they were fancy looking chickens.
That's hilarious. Says, what's the zip code? The zip code was 71657. Cody says, have you ever been on a mission trip? I haven't personally. She has, and Mackenzie has. They've been on mission trips.
Yeah, I love mission trips. I would love for him to go on one with me, for us to do one together.
JD, I never sold those. I actually wound up giving those away. For a layer cross, I guess it would just depend on the type of wood used in there. If they're exotic hardwoods, then it would be more expensive. Probably with the coin in it, $100 maybe a little less, 85. It just depends on the hardwoods used in it.
Mason, I am not musical in any way at all.
I play a mean air guitar.
Yeah, he
and
does.
A pretty sweet table saw.
He plays a mean air guitar. Our oldest son is very musical. He plays piano. He can play about anything he wants to, but he can really play piano, and he can sing. And then our daughter, she danced, or she always danced and did cheer and stuff like that. But he was our musical person. She was the dance. I guess she's got the moves and he's got the sound. And I don't know what Daniel.
I got the voice when I got my earphones in the shop. But when I take the earphones out, it sounds awful. Or if I'm watching it back on video, I'm like, whoa, bro.
Oh, Lord. I'll hear him out there. I'm like, what's he doing out there?
Is he killing the cat?
No, I'm like, what's he yelling about out there?
I ain't yelling. I'm singing.
Go out there. I'm like, sing it, Lionel. Jeez.
I look like Michael J. Fox playing Johnny B. Good out there with that air guitar.
He does. He's out there having him a real good time. I walk to the window and I'm like, I just look and I'm like,
she shakes her head and it's like, I'll get my earphones.
So on Facebook, Dallas Borden said, might be a stupid question. No questions are stupid.
Nope.
How did you come up with the 731 for your business name? Cassandra, thank you so much for answering. Said it's our anniversary. Yes, it is. Shane says, how's the weather out there? The weather out here has actually been pretty nice.
Got a little rain last night.
Yeah, it did. It didn't wash all the stupid pollen away.
Got a lot of pollen.
I won't even go there because it's already 8 o'clock and I don't plan on keeping anybody late on one of our tangents.
Tangent alert.
I'm hurting too bad for that. Thank you, Mr. Robert Clark.
What do you do when you're not working? All I do is work for the most part. We like to travel when we can, but that's about it.
What? I wasn't listening.
So what do you like to do when you're not working?
Just travel.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, it's probably cheesy or sounding to somebody else, but I don't really care as long as we're together. We really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We have a good time if we're just sitting in the car riding somewhere, if we're sitting beside each other watching TV, or if we sit in this office together and we're filling out a sales and use tax form for the state of Arkansas. I mean, we don't really care as long as we're together. We have a good time together. So, Dwayne
Tate wants to know how we're going to celebrate our birthdays. We have the same birthday.
Oh, you have a birthday with who?
Dwayne Tate.
You and Dwayne?
Mm-hmm. Got one coming up.
Got a birthday coming up. You and Dwayne Tate.
About 15 days.
As long as y'all don't celebrate like the rest of the world celebrates on 420.
No chance.
All right, then. All right. Well, it is past 8 and my jaw is tired. So
thank you guys for joining us. I'm sorry for the ones that didn't win. I really appreciate you, though, for sticking around after the giveaway just to chat with us. And this is always a day we always look forward to. Every week we always look forward to Tuesday night to be able to get on the live stream. So sorry
that we couldn't be with you last week. But
yeah, hopefully next week we got, there's another 420 birthday. Hopefully next week we'll have our backdrop up and everything will look kind of better in the background. But stay tuned for more giveaways and be sure and check out a video after this one. That'll help us more than anything if you just go watch one of our videos after this stream's over.
Absolutely. Don't fast forward through them. Go watch them, the whole thing.
Or just let them play the background.
Just let them play.
All right. See y'all.